So say as a child of God, I come with this overflowing glass of water, and that includes everything. I get all the love and the happiness and the joy and the abundance and the health and everything good. In the Course, it tells us God's will is that we have everything. So I come with this glass of water, and then somewhere along the way, I accept an idea that my glass could be less than full. It's just an idea. It's like an illusion. So I accept the idea. I play what if. What if I could be separate from God? What if we could be separate from each other? And boom, here we are, separate from each other. It's just a what if. But I'm a child of God holding this crazy idea, and shazam, now we have a world that looks like separation. It's not the truth. But my full and overflowing glass of water now appears to be less than full, right? Now I'm this little individual being trying to work it out at the mercy of the world. So I'm no longer part of that full and overflowing glass. I'm less than a full glass, right? Or maybe an empty glass. So I look out on my glass and I say, dear God, please fill my glass. I need some money to pay my rent. I need to heal this illness in my body. Please fill my glass. Now, if your Creator created you with a full glass, what would your Creator say to you? What do you think?
It's full.
It's full. And you say, well, I know you think it's full. Of course, you're God, right? You think it's full. But I'm looking at it and I'm telling you it's not full. In fact, it might be flat out empty right in front of me. So I go back to God with my prayer and I say, God, I know you think it's full. You're God. And sure, from your vantage point, it's full. But I'm looking at it and I'm telling you my wallet's empty. Or my health is not as it should be. And the Creator would say again, it's full. So we're at a little bit of a standoff, aren't we? Because I have accepted an idea that is not true. Like an illusion. And we've seen illusions. You've seen mirages in deserts. You've seen illusionists on the stage where it looks exactly like they are doing what they say they are doing. They are not. They saw the woman in half. They're not sawing the woman in half. But they show you every angle that tells you that this is true. So we have seen with our own eyes that we can look upon something that looks very, very true, and it's absolutely false, right? So we've accepted this idea we could have less than or an empty glass. We're asking the Creator to fill it. We're at a standoff. The Miracles in Prayer book, what it does, and it's a book that I wrote based on the healing of the thought instead of the situation. So it's not, dear God, please fill my wallet, fill my glass, make my health better, heal my relationship. It's like this. You're looking at the less than full glass, and you say, dear God, please heal the part of my mind that ever accepted that I could have less than a full glass. Now we're cooking. This is where things really shape up, because you're addressing the cause of the problem. See, when we're addressing the empty glass, that's an effect. Make sense? If I have an idea and now I project it out there, because I'm a child of God, I have that power. I'm going to project that misperception in front of me. I'm now looking at it and I'm going to use it. If I'm not careful, I will use it to validate my unhealed thought. I'll go, well, I thought I had a less than full glass. Now I'm looking at it. I'm right. I'm right. And the Course says, would you be right or happy? Would you be right or happy? So in order to get back to happy, we have to take these thoughts where we have accepted what's not true, take them back, and let those thoughts be healed. And that's what this curriculum is about. Yes?
Usually I don't like to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've started doing the prayers, but I feel like I don't know if I need to have some faith or some emotional thing to kind of project it.
Put the punch behind it or the passion or
Yeah, as
something?
opposed to just reading and going, I don't know if I believe this.
Right?
That's
Okay, great question. Thank you. Please ask questions. Everybody needs these. So the only part that you're asked to do is have willingness. Just willingness. And the Course tells us that we always have faith. See, we think we're without faith sometimes. But the thing is that we have faith always. It's what are you putting your faith in? So when you're looking at the less than full glass, whatever that situation is, It's kind of like you can look at the situation that's your problem and you go, is that a full glass or an empty glass? It's an empty glass, right? So if you're looking at your empty glass, you're putting your faith in the empty glass. It means this is where you're putting your attention, your focus, everything that you're thinking about. So your part is only willingness. That you're looking at your problem or your situation. I call it the illusion that's over here, and we put the truth over here. So you're looking at this problem, and the prayer book is saying, I'm willing to see this differently, whatever this problem is. I'm willing to see this differently, and now I'm going to turn my attention to what is true, and I'm going to put my faith here. And you don't have to feel it or have some special feeling. Just, dear God, I am willing to put my faith in you instead of my problem. And we're not saying, God, please fill my empty glass. Remember, that's really asking for illusions to replace illusions. In fact, if you're asking for the rent for next Friday, this is not a bad thing because all prayer takes you to God. So prayer is divine and beautiful. And you'll get all the kinks worked out along the way. We all do. But let's just say you're praying for the rent for next Friday. What you're saying is lack is real. And so it's really hard for, that's like saying, God, will you please fill my glass? I need it by Friday. And God goes, your glass is full, sweetheart. You're like, ugh. The Course tells us that if you keep doing this, you're going to get angry. Because you'll feel like nobody's listening to you. But if we take that to prayer and we say, dear God, I have this idea that I don't have the rent by Friday, which is all about lack and missing something and not being in the abundance of the truth. So will you heal the part of my mind that ever accepted the idea that I am missing what I need? Will you heal that part of my mind? And so the prayer that you would go to in here is that kind of thing. Prayer about income, prayer about paying bills. In fact, let's read one so you get the idea. Paying bills and expenses. Number 50. This book, you can download it for free at freeprayerbook.com. And you get the full download, and you can use these prayers anytime. There's 150 prayers for everyday living. And once you do download that information, it starts you on what I call a train. And then once a week, you'll receive a free audio lecture all about the principles of the Course. And there's no catch. It's just free. So please feel free to sign up for that. Or the books are available at lifehealingproducts.com. So paying bills. Dear God, I have a mounting stack of bills to pay, and I don't have the money to pay them. I am learning that if I will come to you, that you will remind me of the truth and teach me how to live from my abundance. In order to experience lack or deprivation of any kind, I must have allowed thoughts of fear and guilt to enter my mind. I acknowledge that my thoughts have contributed to my situation, and I forgive myself. I release those thoughts now and turn them over to you for healing. I accept your healed thoughts for me. I have no desire to deprive myself from money, resources, love, or any other gift you have given me. I will rely on your certainty about who I am, what I have, and what to do next. You are the source and giver of everything. With you as my abundant source and supply, there is nothing to fear. Thy will be done. Amen. So you see, each prayer acknowledges the situation the best that I could get my hands around it. And it takes you to the place of asking for the healing of the thoughts that put it there.